Okay, hello everyone. So I think I'm the first of the series of lightning talks. I'm Suzie Gray. I'm known as Bard on Instagram, where I share AR poetry and experiences, and I'm on Twitter as well. So what I wanted to start off with is probably something that's not needed. This is like a primer. What is AR? It's the information that's overlaid over a physical environment. We can see from the ancient Roman milestone, probably the first kind of its type of augmented reality, skipping a lot of things to Pokemon Go. It creates new connections between the familiar, what we know in the physical world, and updates it with the new. So, with art and technology, it may seem odd that I'm doing an art talk in a technology conference, but if you think about it, art and technology has always been side by side. Like from the very literal feeling of the GUI, graphical user interface, and so on, art and technology have always been side by side. So I've done a little timeline, a very potted timeline of how art and technology have gone together from the early times of the oral tradition of writing and poetry, how you would pass information on to survive within your tribe and when you're traveling, to the manuscript, which is very labor-intensive, handwritten, where it was usually done by monks. Not everyone was literate, till the printing press arrived by Gutenberg. Writing became a lot easier to manufacture, churn out printed copies. People became more literate. More information could be stored in books, a very important invention. And then we go on to the digital era with computers. People can update and change things very quickly on the fly, which leads people to create more and faster, and with, I guess, a more democratized way of creating. People can share things on their own volition a lot more easily. Then we get on to mobile phones, and things become more portable and easily shared. And I've gone from the campfire of sharing stories to Rupi Kaur, who's one of the most popular Instagram poets. Yeah. And from then on, I've left question marks thinking what is going to come next with a new wave of technology. Oh, I see. Sorry.
That's perfect.
Excellent. So I've been working on AR poetry for a little while now, almost coming up to a year. And these are some of the things that I've been working on. So why would I do AR poetry? Well, when I thought about AR, we have quick bite-sized experiences. You open up Facebook or Snapchat. It's a built-in camera. Everything's ready sorted for you. It's a well-established platform. You can just put a filter on yourself, take a picture, take a video, share it. And for that reason, it's very social. A lot of the networks are already in place, and it's literally augmenting a well-known platform. So it's AR in AR, accessible and easily shared, and it recontextualizes our physical realities. So when you see a place that you already know very well, you can change the way it feels, like having Pokemon in your nearest vicinity and finding new places you didn't know existed. So one of the first things I did was create AR poetry for a platform called SeekXR, which is like a whole hub for AR experiences, and they're very bite-sized. So you can just take photos and share them, and with poetry, given its concise nature now in Instagram, I was thinking, how would poems change depending on the frame they're put in? So as you can see, this is one of the first ones I made called Earthwalk. And in both of these, same poem. One is taken on the cable car over Greenwich, and one is taken in my house. And you can interact with the world and the words, so you can walk through them. I will be giving a demonstration on this, because it's very hard to tell when it's just a static image. But you can see how words can transform in the environment that they're put in. And I think this could be the driving factor in new forms of art. And I've also been working on AR cards, so it's working on tangible bits of work as well. So this program is called Artivive. It's very accessible. It's free to download. It's available on iOS and Android. Doesn't require coding knowledge, so you can just simply upload your pictures, upload your videos, and so on. And it combines the physical and digital. So basically, these are image markers that are put in the database, and you can put on videos and so on. So this kind of augments what we already have rather than just recontextualizing what we see. So these are little cards I've made. And this I used in an exhibition recently at Brunel University, the one on the bottom left. So it's an illustration that's brought to life in a graphic novel style, and these are all animated. And this is something I've made a lot more compact. So this is of its own little program. And I made this in Unity with ARKit, which is since updated to Foundation, I believe. So this is a poetry hub I made of different AR experiences. And you simply click on each of these buttons, and it will take you to a different poem. And you can walk around the words, and then you can take photos and share them with people. So I've also done something with the face, because I thought if there was different applications of what you could do with AR, you can also do it with your front-facing camera as well as your back-facing camera. So these are very easily shareable with Snapchat and Facebook and Instagram, hopefully if the beta goes into fruition. So this molds to the individual's face, and depending on the gestures you make, you can smile, you can open your mouth, and then it will simply change depending on that. And this is another way of maybe introducing poetry very slowly into a market that maybe would not be reading poetry. Maybe they want to see it portrayed in a different way. And yeah, so the future of art then. So if poetry is becoming more accessible and maybe can be used with VR and AR, what will the future of art be? And these pictures are were done in the last 2 or 3 years. So this one is an AR exhibition, and there is a VR exhibition on the left. And we're seeing more of these galleries take on VR projects where you can tangibly touch the art, and you let people view every minute detail of what they were previously not allowed to go near. So everything becomes a lot more accessible, even if it's in a digital space. Everything's more sensual, more tangible, even though it's not tangible in the way that we are accustomed to. And things will become more interactive according to what we have on us, our data. And of course, there will be negative as well as positive things in that as well. So I'll give a little demonstration. I don't know how fast I've gone through it. Probably a lot faster than I intended to. But let me have a look. Let's see. Okay. So I've got Poetal Light here. And you should be able to see. Yeah. So you can see the poetry here. Then you can kind of select one of these, like that. And you can kind of have a walk around like that. Although I can't really take it that far, but you can see how it blends in with the audience. And my research with AR poetry is very much in its opening stages. With technology, it's very hard to not fall into the trap of, as a new technology, I'm going to use it for reasons that is simply because it's new. You want to have, reasons for using it as opposed to any other mode of dissemination. People would say, oh, why wouldn't I just read a book? books have been around, they'll always be around. So yeah, that's where I am at in my research so far. Thank you very much.